what's up, y'all? I wanted to speak on Amir Khan against Devon Alexander. This is a great fight. This is a 50-50 fight. You cannot get any more 50-50 than this fight here. Um, December is shaping up to be a great month of boxing because you have Demetrius Andrade and Charlo fighting on that same card. You also got Keith Thurman on that card. And then on another day, I think December 6th, the week before that, you got Lemieux against David Lemieux is fighting Gabe Rosado, and then you also got Tim Bradley fighting Diego Chavez, and that could be an explosive fight. So there's a lot of good fights shaping up in December, and then it's starting to look like December. It seems like the best month because even last year in December, remember you had a Marcus Maidana, Adrian Broner card, you had the Zab Judah card with Paulie Malignaggi that had Lara against Trout, you had Porter against Alexander, you had what's the name? Anthony Durrell against Saki Obika. That was a great card. You had a lot of big fights. You had Keith Thurman against Soto Karaji. You had a lot of big fights last December as well. So the year ended well last year, and I expect the same this year. Now, this fight, like I said, is totally 50-50. I really don't know who's going to win this fight. I just want to bring up some of the things that popped up in my head when I first heard that this fight was going down. I'm glad it's going down. It was supposed to happen last December. Amir Khan pulled out of the fight because he thought he was going to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather. He didn't want to fight Devin, risk losing that fight and risk losing his shot at getting Floyd Mayweather in May. We all know Mayweather ended up taking Marcos Maidana because he beat Adrian Broner, and Khan got stuck without a fight. He ended up fighting Louis Collazo. Okay, so the fight was supposed to happen last December. It didn't happen. I'm glad that this happened because it's a respectable fight at 147, two top 10 welterweights in the division. You know, Devon Alexander has been top 10 for a long time now. He's been a champion, an IBF champion at welterweight. So this is a big fight, very important fight. And, I really don't know who's going to win this fight here. This one is really hard to call. But some of the things you got to take a look at. Off the top, Louis Collazo, Southpaw, was Amir Khan's last fight. Amir Khan looked like he's improved as a defensive fighter. He's been working with Virgil Hunter, and he's looked very impressive. He looked very impressive. You know, I know a lot of people were complaining about the holding, but he was much better defensively in that fight. All right, we know that Khan has a weak chin. He's been knocked out before. He's been down by what's his name in his last fight? What's his name? Julio Diaz. Okay, Julio Diaz won his most recent fights before he went up to 147. He was down. All right, he was winning that fight pretty easily, but then he went down, and after that, the fight started turning around. So we know all about Amir Khan, and I think he's improved. You know, he's been moving better, in my opinion. In that fight against Louis Collazo, he moved a lot better. He was more precise with his punches, and he was tying up when he needed to. You know, he didn't let Collazo get any easy hits. You know, and Collazo was coming over a big knockout win against Victor Ortiz. Okay, so I really don't know what to expect from Khan. I know he's going to be faster than Devon. You know, I know he has the better combinations. I think offensively he's probably better than Devon. But Devon is more versatile, okay? He is more of a complete boxer to me. He's a southpaw that has very good defense, all right? Very good reflexes. Better counterpunching than Louis Collazo. He's a much better fighter than Louis Collazo overall. And this is going to be a tough fight for Amir Khan, because unlike Louis Collazo, Devon is not going to have his arms low, and he's not going to just be walking flat-footed towards Amir Khan, where Amir Khan can just pick off at Louis Collazo all day. I remember in that fight that Collazo's best punch against Amir Khan was that right hook. Okay, he did counter Khan with it, but he never really hurt Khan. Okay, Khan dropped him maybe 2 or 3 times in that fight. I can't remember, but Devon Alexander is a better boxer, okay? He has the better hand speed, the reflexes, the counter-punching ability, the defense overall. He's better than Louis Collazo, and this is going to be a tougher fight. One thing you got to think of, too, Will Devon Alexander be able to hurt Khan? Devon is not known to be a big puncher, okay? But Khan has been hurt by guys that are not big punchers. So you gotta really think who can win this fight. I know Khan advantages is his speed and his combination, and he's improved as a defender. He's not going to stay in the pocket against Devon Alexander. But his biggest weakness, we all know, is his chin. All right. He doesn't have the defense still, even though he's improved. He doesn't have the defense as Devon Alexander. He doesn't have the upper body movement and the reflexes defensively as Devon Alexander, even though he's more very athletic too. Devon, on the other hand, his weaknesses is in his past fights, like his losses and his fight with Matisse, is when guys pressure him a lot. Okay, when they're very aggressive, he tends to exchange with them instead of fighting the smart fight. When he's being a boxer and he's using his jab to set up the offense, he's great. He's very hard to beat at 147. Okay, the fight with Matisse was very close, but the rounds that he was boxing and using his jab in that fight, I remember that fight. He was very effective in that fight. Those were the rounds that he won. But when Matisse was pressuring him and being very aggressive, and Devin started, getting hit by everything Matisse was throwing, and he was trying to exchange with a much stronger, much bigger puncher. Now the thing is, with that fight and the fight with Porter and Tim Bradley. Okay, Tim Bradley and Porter did the same thing. They were very aggressive. They were wrestling. They were just making it. It was a lot of holding. These guys were stronger fighters than Devin, and they used that as their advantage. They were ugly fights. I don't expect Khan to come with that same kind of strategy. All right, Khan. I don't know whether or not Khan is going to be more aggressive towards Devin because he's had problems against very aggressive fighters before. I don't know if he's going to do that. I don't know which strategy he's going to come with. Maybe he might fight the same way, be a little bit more passive like he was against Louis Collazo, better with the timing and everything. I don't know if he's going to fight that way. I'm expecting him to fight that way because he's aware that he can't take punches that well. So I'm expecting that way. But if he is more aggressive, that might be better for his favor. But not on the defensive standpoint. If he's more aggressive offensively, it will be easier for him to win rounds against Devin. But then he will be more vulnerable to get hit by big punches and get hurt. So I really don't know which way to go with this one. I'm very 50-50 unsure on who I think is going to win this fight. But I do love the fight. I think the winner should fight. Me personally, since there are fights, me personally want to see more with Floyd. I wonder if Devin won this fight, would Mayweather give him a shot? We know Mayweather is probably going to fight Khan. But if Alexander wins this fight, who will he fight? Will he fight Alexander, or will he just completely not dismiss Alexander and Khan and fight someone else? Okay, another thing too is I personally think Alexander or Khan, the winner of this fight, should fight Kell Brook because both of these fighters were supposed to fight Kell Brook. All right, Devon Alexander was supposed to fight him 3 times. The fight got canceled 3 times, okay, because of injuries. And then Khan and Brook, the 2 top fighters in the UK, the 2 top British fighters, they've been wanting to fight each other for a long time now. And that fight makes very much sense as well. So I don't know, and that's for a title shot too. That's for the IBF champ, the IBF title that Devon Alexander used to have. So that fight makes a lot of sense because both fighters, there's history with both fighters and Kell Brook. So I would love to see that fight. I would love to see the winner take that fight as well. All right. So, let me know what you guys think, who you guys think is going to win. I'm still unsure. What I'm probably going to do is I've done fights. This could probably be one of those fights that I want to go back and look at the videos and look at the old fights because I'm really not really unsure. But I would like to, I'll probably end up doing like a video like maybe the week of or closer to the fight where I'm absolutely sure who I think is going to win. All right. So, let me know what you guys, I want to hear from you guys, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.